Today, we're going to discuss what companies like Mazda and Chevrolet have to do to become number one. Here we go.
Yeah, there's love, there's hate, lies and games, faith.
Today, we're going to discuss what companies like Mazda and Chevrolet have to do to become number one. And I think we'll start out this episode mainly by focusing on Chevy. Now with Chevy, they put out an amazing sports car with the Camaro SS, and especially like this one, the Camaro SS 1LE. And for whatever reason, they don't market it. They don't do anything really to push it. They just kind of put it out and left it at that, right? Now, you have companies like Dodge and even Tesla that have tapped into something that most other people don't realize this is what they're doing to be so successful. Like a lot of the other manufacturers, they think that Tesla is successful because it's an electric car company. So what do? They copy and paste. Oh, we need to electrify. That's the future. When it's not. Right now, you have companies like Porsche that are actually putting out synthetic fuel. And what is synthetic fuel? Synthetic fuel is basically, it's just like gasoline that you put in your car right now, except it's not a fossil fuel. So it's not as harmful to the environment. It's actually, way cleaner. And you can go ahead and put it in all your gasoline powered cars right now. So to me, that's the future. Hydrogen is the future. Like the reason why companies like Tesla have done so well is because they have an enigmatic leader, somebody that thinks outside the box, that doesn't just copy and paste like everyone else. And people are attracted to that. It's something new. It feels futuristic because he's going against the grain. But then, two, he's tapped into something that Dodge has tapped into. Dodge has tapped into car enthusiasts that want to go fast. They take big, crazy engines and they put it in vehicles that you wouldn't expect it to be in, and they go fast. And it's the same thing with Tesla. Tesla just made it so that you can go and buy their car off the showroom floor and take it to the racetrack and run nines. That is insane, but like Chevy could do the same thing if they wanted to. They could make a gasoline powered car that just hits nines, if they wanted to. That's something that's very possible. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to jump into the car because I'm sure you guys can hear the bird in the background. I guess it heard me talking about the environment and it wanted to chime in too. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like a lot of these manufacturers, they don't have any real imagination. They basically just copy and paste. And like I said, the reason why, Tesla is doing as well as it is not because electric cars are the future and it's the best thing ever. No, it's because to me personally, yes, they're fast and, they're electric, yay. But you have very little control over them. You can't do like what I'm doing here, switching gears and downshift. And, you don't, it's almost like it's soulless, You just sit in it and you go fast and then you get to where you're going and then you have to wait like 30 minutes or an hour to charge it back up. So that's besides the point. The reason why Tesla does so good is because they have tapped in to that market of enthusiasts that just want to win races and go fast, and also because they have a leader that he's so enigmatic. It's just like what Steve Jobs did for Apple. He was so enigmatic and so out of the box that his leadership just gave Apple an ambiance, a vibe that was different from everybody else, and everybody just wanted to be a part of it. And it's the same thing with Tesla. Now, if GM had that same type of leadership, or if, Ford had that same type of leadership, they would be in the same position, or Mazda even. Because to me, Mazda right now is set to be one of the best car companies, period. The only thing that they're missing is what kind of brought them to fame not that long ago, which is zoom zoom. They're missing that zoom zoom right now, you know? That, you know, and I think, you know, if I'm correct, I think they're going to be bringing it back soon, which is going to be, I believe, a straight 6. I'm sure they're going to have a straight 6 soon that, you know, it's going to be turbo or twin turbo. That you know, if they offered a manual, I think that's definitely going to bring Mazda back. But let's get back on to Chevy, right? Right now, Chevy has everything it takes to be number one. They just need a little bit of, what's the word? They need a little bit of tweaking. They just need a little bit of tweaking to get things done right. So they have, right now, you know, everybody loves their SUVs and stuff, right? And there's the Chevy Blazer, right? If they took the same engine that's in this Camaro that I'm driving now, which on the inside of the Chevy Blazer looks very similar to this Camaro, but if they took that same engine and they put it inside the Blazer, that would be like, okay, that a lot of car enthusiasts that are parents and stuff like myself, they would opt to go get that over a Mazda CX-5 or you know, a Toyota Highlander or Toyota RAV4. They would opt to do that because it would still be fun. And then if Chevy really wanted to be crazy and tap into that enigmatic thing that draws people in, they would take an SUV like that and offer it with a 6-speed manual gearbox, to where it would be, and that's the thing, it's about being different. It's about being different from everybody else. If everyone else is doing automatic, then Chevy, you go ahead and you do manual 8-cylinder SUV. It'll be crazy and nobody else would have done it, and that would be something that puts you on the map and makes you stand out and be different. And a lot of car enthusiasts would jump behind it. And then they can kind of, you know, take a play out of the Dodge playbook, and if they really want to be crazy, they could take the LT4 motor with the supercharger and make that like a special edition, you know, Chevy Blazer. Because if you look at it, the Chevy Blazer is already a very capable and good vehicle, you know? It has room for the kids. It's, you know, it's comfortable. It has a beautiful look to it. The only thing I would say the only thing missing is some power. You know, they're just missing some power. So if you could add that element into Chevy, that would make them, their sales would probably quadruple. And then also you'd have to price it, you know, like accordingly. If you can get a new Camaro for $45,000, then you should be able to get a Chevy Blazer for $45,000 with the V8 in it, you know. And I think, and then, you know, and then like I said, and price the one with the supercharger in it like similar to what you do to the ZL1, and you will move units. Like right now, I think the number 2 vehicle that is staying on the lot the least is the Chevy Corvette, because they took a chance and they did something they'd never really done before, which is offer the Corvette with, you know, with the engine mounted in the back. So that alone, kind of, they took a chance and it's selling. Now take another chance, offer that same Corvette with a manual gearbox, and that would draw in so many other people, simply because there's people right now that are going out and buying old school like Gallardos and old school Audi R8s just because they can get like a V10, you know, rear mounted engine with a manual gearbox, with a gated manual. And that's you know, that's something that there's a lot of people craving for. There's even young kids coming up that are learning to drive manual, and they, you know, they're some of them are making great money, and they're like, man, I would love to have my supercar with a manual, but there's so very little choice to get it. So you have a whole bunch of them, you know, that are settling for whatever is out there. But I guarantee you, if you offer like a supercar with a gated manual in today's market, it will blow out everything else. It just would, you know, because that's already a small market to begin with. So it's not like there's going to be a whole bunch of people there that are interested in supercars that have the money to get them. So you're looking with a niche market anyway, you know what I mean? So that's something that I think that would also put Chevy on top. Offer the C8 with the manual. All right, so we finally got you on the channel. All right, now you know the name of the channel, right? You know it's Race Car Friends, right?
Race Car Friends.
So we got to ask you some race car type questions, right? Now you see we have the Camaro SS1LE here. We got the Porsche and we got the Supra, right? If you could leave here now with any of them right now, which one would you choose?
No, I love black. I gotta go Supra.
Okay, all right, yeah, because you like all black everything, yo. So Supra for the win, huh?
Supra for the
So
win.
why is that? Is it because of the way it looks, or is it because of performance?
It's better than the Camaro.
All of the above. You know, performance, everything. I love the color, even though it's not black. You know, hey.
I mean, okay, so even
so gorgeous.
yeah, it is. So basically, you're gonna hurt my feelings all in my face and say you prefer the Supra over the Camaro, huh?
That's where it's gotta be, man. Sorry.
All right. Well, we're used to the Supra winning on this channel, so another one for the Supra. All right, but thanks again for coming out, and we will see you in another episode later on. All right.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right.
What type of chick you need? I'm gonna give you my description. It work both ways. Listen. I need a young glorious Honda type of Force One. Give me the light and wrap the four in the bun. She don't do no X or acid. But mommy is an acid. Got good credit plus platinum on the plastic. And she come through styling. Long black hair with an accent from the island. Try wildin', she snuff a nigga for looks. She a thoroughbred and she look as good as she cooks. Uncomfortable but most times she move off instinct. Can handle knuckleheads cause she know how men think. And Hun got moxie so she know what the ox do. Her pops taught her well so she know how to box too. And she don't know nothing if they ask you shot you. And if the DA try to twist it then he getting popped too. What type of girl do you need in your life? What type of girl could you see as your wife?